Today, I'm going to show you a strategy of how I am able to turn a $2,700 savings account and get an 80% plus annualized return on it. If I put it in the bank, 3 to 4%, that's today's savings rate. I can still get that if I move it to a brokerage account, collect that 3 to 4, plus I can use a strategy using options and increase my annualized return double digits. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it and what happened with a real life example. Let's begin. Here was my activity on the trading brokerage account on December 2nd. That's a Tuesday. I had sold put options on Pinterest, and my betting price was $27. Again, if the price closes below, then I will be forced to buy Pinterest at $27, which is okay with me. Great company, and it's a lower buy price that's safer for me to buy, right? The lower the price, the safer it is. We look at the calendar. I sold it on Tuesday, December 2nd, and these are weekly options. They expire on Fridays. So the closest Friday is December 5th. And on December 5th, it closed at $26.75 below the $27, right? So I should have been forced to buy the 100 shares at $27. That didn't happen. As you can see, it expired. These options expired. So what ended up happening was I kept the premium $42, and that's it. I wasn't forced to buy it. So I made $42 on my $2,700 savings. And if we look at the calculator sheet that I had built, $2,700 was my savings. The stock price was $27.15. When I had sold a put option, I had bet the price at $27, collected 42 cents per share premium, and there was a week until expiration date. I collected $42. And what happens is if I do get assigned, I would have to pay $2,700. So they put that money aside. It's money that is locked and put aside. You still collect your savings 3 to 4% rate on it because the trading brokerage account does provide savings interest on your balance. And that $42 annualized comes out to over $2,000, and the return on investment yield is over 80%. And this is how I increase my returns on any savings that I have, not just leaving it in a bank at 3 to 4%, but selling cash secured puts, but also by selling put options on it and collecting income week after week. So I asked ChatGPT, I had sold 27 put options on Pinterest. It finished below at 26.75. I didn't get assigned. Normally, you would get assigned. They would have you pay $27 per share, 100. So that's $2,700, and you would own Pinterest at $27. Okay, so I asked, walk me through what happened step by step. And if we go down, so the market closes at 4 p.m. right here. And then between 4 to 5:30 p.m., this is when the person who bought the 27 put option decides whether to do nothing and let it auto exercise. So normally, if he did nothing, it would just auto exercise. So then I would be forced to buy it at $27. Or the buyer can cancel, call them up and cancel and say, do not exercise. So as a buyer, you do nothing, it auto exercises, but you can cancel it. And then what happened was that after hours, let me show you what happened. After hours on Friday, it went from $26.75 to $27.78. So it went up by over $1. So after hours, suddenly the stock went up. And so the person who owned the Pinterest stock and sold a put option to protect any downside decided it wasn't worth exercising and selling his shares at $27 when the price after hours is now at $27.78, which makes complete sense if you're the put options buyer. Because if they had exercised their share and sold their Pinterest stock holdings at $27, and on Monday the market opens over $27, then they would lose that difference. So the buyers called their broker and said, do not exercise this put, which means I wasn't assigned to buy the stock at $27. And when you're not assigned, the option expires worthless, and they unlock that collateral money. They set aside the money just in case you have to buy the stock. They unlock it, and then the following week, this week, I will sell another put option to generate another premium. And I do this week after week. And that's it. That's how I generate extra money on top of the savings that I leave in my brokerage account. I still get the 3 to 4%, but by selling put options, I can generate extra cash on top of the savings. And if I do get assigned, I get assigned to buy a great stock at a lower, safer price. If you found today's video helpful, go ahead and subscribe. In the future, I will make additional videos on how you can find safer, lower buy prices and get bigger returns on your savings. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.